Good morning or good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal here, and I'm just here because I wanted to make you another video. Now, the last video I made was to remove outliers from a list of numbers, and in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove outliers from a data set. And so it's a little bit different to remove outliers from a data set, which is why I'm making two separate videos. And what I've done is I've used Google Colab to make this program that I have written. And so I like Google Colab. It's a free online Jupyter notebook where you can program in Python. It's a shame that you can't program in other languages, because at some point I'm going to start learning other languages other than Python too, but that's not going to be for a while. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to remove the outliers from a data set. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to import our libraries. So we're going to import pandas as PD, which is to create data frames and maintain them. And we're going to import NumPy as MP to perform numerical calculations in Python. We're going to import Matplotlib pyplot as PLT, and that's to perform graphics, to plot the data points on a graph. And then the next thing, the last library that we're going to import is Seaborn, which is a higher level graphics library written on the back of Matplotlib. And it also allows you to do statistics. Now, after we have imported our libraries, what we're going to do is we're going to load our data set. So the data set that we're going to load is going to be from sklearn datasets, import fetch California housing, xy equals fetch California housing, return xy equals true. So we're going to do the shape of x, which is 20,640 by 8, and the shape of y, which is 20,640. So now we're going to look at x. We're going to create a data frame. Housing equals PD data frame x, and you're going to look at housing, and these are all of your independent variables. But what we want to do is we want to add the y to the data frame. So housing price equals y. So you can see now price has been added to the data frame. So now we've got 9 columns instead of 8. So then what we're going to do is we're going to analyze the price, because the outliers are located in the price, and we're going to create a box plot to look at it. So plt.boxplot housing price. So now you can see your box plot. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a disk plot of that, and we're going to use Seaborn for that. So SNS disk plot housing. So you can see right here, we've got outliers right here. Now your outliers are going to affect your statistical measurements of this data set. So it's going to affect the mean, it's going to affect the standard deviation, and it's going to affect the variance. So in order to make sure that the statistical measurements are as precise as they can be, a good thing to do would be to remove the outliers, because it will also improve the accuracy of your model when you go to make predictions. So this is the code to remove outliers. First thing you want to do is you want to check to see if the price has any null variables. And no, the price does not have any null variables. And now what we do is we have a for loop for x in price. Q75, Q25 equals NP percentile housing.log x 7525, and then your interquartile is going to be Q75 minus Q25. So max is your Q75 plus 1.5 times interquartile. your min is going to be Q75 minus 1.5 times interquartile. And then so what we do is we do housing.loc, housing X. If it's less than min, then it's going to be NPNAN. And then the next one, housing loc, housing X. If it's greater than max, then it's going to be NPNAN. So now what we're going to do is after we've taken all of the outliers and we converted those to NPNAN, we're going to check again to see if we have any null variables. And you can see that after we've gone to remove the outliers, we have 1,071 null variables. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to delete all of the rows that have null variables by housing equals housing.dropNA axis equals 0. So you can see now as we have 19,569 rows times 9 columns. So we're going to analyze the price again. So we're going to do a box plot from the price, and you can see that the box plot is a little bit different from the previous box plot. And we're going to do a disk plot of the price, and you can see that the disk plot of the price is different from the price that we had before we removed the outliers. So I'll show that to you. So you can see this is the data set before we removed the outliers, and this is the data set after we removed outliers. So now after you remove the outliers, then you can go ahead and make predictions. And when you can set up your X and your Y variables, and you can split the data set into training and validating. You can also scale the data because the models normally like the data to be scaled. Then you can select your model and make predictions. And the idea is that the predictions will be more accurate if you remove the outliers. So there you go. That's it on how to remove outliers. And there's the code that allows you to do that. So if you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I just want to thank all of the subscribers to my channel. It really makes me feel good that you're supporting me. And at some point, I might start putting thumbnails on my videos, but obviously that takes a lot of time, and I prefer to just make videos. I prefer to do the scientific work, and unfortunately, I don't have an assistant to make thumbnails for me and upload my videos for me, but who knows, maybe one day I'll get an assistant, who knows. So thank you again for watching this video, and I look forward to making more videos for you in the future.